Okay. Hello, one and all. This is Jasneet Singh, a.k.a. Innovative Coder from Innovative Coder Workstation. Could you please could you guys please tell me, am I audible? I don't think I have connected my mic actually. Okay, so please give me a second, guys. I think I haven't connected my mic. So there would be a little bit of disturbance. Uh, okay, fine. Okay, fine. Hello, hello. Oh, okay, fine. Hello, one and all. This is Jasneet Singh, aka Innovative Coder from Innovative Coder Workstation, and I think now I am completely audible to you guys. So, can anyone tell me, am I audible? Please, in the comment sections, write audible, or just please let me know. Yeah. Okay, fine. So I'll be starting the live session on Instagram as well. Please give me a minute. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So we are live on Instagram as well. Hello, one all. This is Jasneet Singh, aka Innovative Coder from Innovative Coder Workstation, and this is the fifth episode of Innovative Live, and we are live on both Instagram as well as on YouTube. Hey, hello, one all. Hello, everyone. Hello, Preetham. Hello, AKF series. Hello, Dumbo fella. Actually, Abhishek Valia. So, okay. We have 27 live viewers, 30 live viewers now on Instagram, and 3 live viewers on YouTube. Fine. So I thought of taking questions which I had in my the sticker I posted yesterday, which was the June Q&A. But actually, I forgot to take the screenshot, and now I can't take that. So just throw your questions. I'm ready to answer any of your questions. Okay. And for all the viewers who are watching me right now, I have actually recorded two videos. So one is related to the podcasts. Okay, so this YouTube thing is not fair. Okay, so one is actually related to the podcasts. So how I do podcasts and why I actually do these innovative podcasts, and why I am actually a great fan of these podcast thing. And the second one is related to Instagram actually. So what is actually influencer marketing? How actually Instagrammers on? So this thing, none of the Instagrammers tell, but they actually do this. So I'm gonna let you know, guys, that what is actually happening behind this Instagram influencer marketing thing. Okay, fine. So these videos won't be technical, but yeah, I have lots and lots of videos in my to-do list. So I'll try to make those. Hey, hello, Mac Neon, Windows or Mac, bro, Mac. Because for developers, Linux as well, or Mac is the option. But for me, personally, I love MacBook and the series of Mac. No particular reason actually, but yeah, GUI and all of the stuff related to that. Okay, fine, fine. So could anyone please tell me on Instagram, am I audible? Because I don't remember if I have asked this or not. Oh, hello, chubby girl. Hello, software and business. Okay, cool. Hello, everyone. Hello, Steve. How are you? Hey, Steve. Okay. So what is happening on YouTube? So we have 3 live viewers, and AKF series is asking, brother, it's abhi kal baat hui thi. Yeah, man, I remember you. I remember. And I'm a fan of these questions. So Charan Prabha is asking how to hack. And you know what? Like there are tons and tons of people out there who actually put DM me these questions. Bro, please hack my Facebook ID. Please hack my girlfriend's Gmail ID or things related to that. But I'm not a hacker, and even if I would be a hacker, I wouldn't do that, for free or for even for money because it's not legal, brother. भाई तू रिच है मैक ही लेगा तुम लोग लैपटॉप विंडोज में इसके काम क्या बोलना चाह रहे हैं? नहीं कर सकते भाई जरूरी है मैक यूज करेंगे लिनक्स यूज करेंगे भाई of course bro I said that Linux or Mac but I actually am a fan of Mac and I'm not rich actually because I have a MacBook Air 2016 model so MacBook people having MacBook Air are not actually rich it comes under around like 60,000 so doesn't matter that much fine and actually Instagram what Instagram live sessions had made me so much thick skin that I actually don't take these things on my heart and I'm just used to hear this. Okay, fine. So Vijay is saying what's the difference between machine learning in JavaScript and Python? Your experience. Fine. So you know what? Actually, the thing is that machine learning using Python is more of kind of server-side thing, and machine learning using JavaScript is more of on the client side or on the browser side. Like you guys say, the in-browser thing going on. Because what actually happens is, so you must have seen these pose estimation things and facial recognition things going on in the browser itself, but they actually consume a lot of computation power of your computer or of your mobile device. So currently people don't use that, and that is why JavaScript is not actually that much used. But yes, there are things like p5.js and d3.js which are actually used. Bro, from where did you study from? Where did you study from? Graduation. Bro, actually, I'm currently pursuing my graduation. I'm in fourth year of my graduation. Hey, Mohit, how are you? And yeah, that's all. So, what is better in graphics? Python or Java? Graphics. What do you actually want to say? Graphics like GUI or like what? Fine. Damavera is asking, can you tell me, brother, why data scientists are grabbing jobs of management people? Because management people are also learning data scientist jobs. You know what? Data science is actually the most, HBS, which is the Harvard Business School, actually reviewed data science as the most sexiest job of 2016. Oh, sorry, 2020, actually. So, and you know what? These people who are into management are also today learning these machine learning and data science skills. So and it's actually necessity for them to learn these things because these things are used in actuarial sciences. These things are used in data science. These things are actually being used by the companies very much. Fine. Suggest how commerce student should learn machine learning. Fine. So this is a related question to the previous one. How a commerce student should learn machine learning. Well, a very good question because you know what? When I was learning machine learning from Coding Ninjas, I had a few friends who were from commerce background, who were in a DU college, right? And they were pursuing, I think, BCom. So and actually they didn't had any issues with learning machine learning and this thing I'm talking about back in 2017 2 years back so they didn't actually had any issues while learning machine learning because you know what in machine learning more than programming you should master the concept of you should master the mathematical concepts more because and if I particularly talk about data science, so data science is all about using maths in a way that you can easily extract insights from data. And data is what? Data is stored in a form of, data is actually can be, so data is all mathematical. So you need to be good in maths. You know what? I read this somewhere, or I think a young, some researcher said this that if a person knows programming, then he or she can learn. Then he or she will find a hard way to, would find would find it difficult to learn machine learning. But if a person is good in mathematics, then it would be comparatively easier for him or her to actually grab these concepts of machine learning because you know what? It's all about maths. Programming can be learned easily. Fine. So Mrinal is asking, hi, I am new viewer. Can I have a shout out? Yes, Mrinal, you are having a shout out. Shout out to Mrinal Mohanty. Scepter Gaming, brother, how to learn artificial intelligence. Okay, so for artificial intelligence, you guys can watch. You guys should be good with data structure skills because in artificial intelligence, these algorithms use data structures a lot, quite a lot. Because when I was doing this. There is a challenge known as e-yantra. So when I was doing that, then I encountered an algorithm known as A-star algorithm, which uses these graphs very much. So and that is actually related to artificial intelligence stuff. So you should master your data structure concepts very well. Fine, but I feel difficulty to learn maths. Bro, you know what? You should learn selective things. You should not completely dive into like learning all of the things, but you should learn. You should be selective. So start learning machine learning, pick an algorithm, and learn what is actually needed for that particular algorithm. Don't learn the stuff which you would never need. Learn the stuff which is only related to that particular algorithm. Use that, code that algorithm, and you're all good to go. Macnian is saying you're not answering. Bro, I answered your question, which is Windows versus Mac. I answered that. Na? Do we need a college degree for getting a job? Um, in India, yes. India, yes, because yes, you can do a freelancing, but if you talk about a full-time job, then yes, in India you need, and I am not aware about foreign, but yes, in India you need a degree. Fine. Okay. So Vijay Raj is saying, bro, could you tell few popular and useful contests like GSOC and other competitions? So, like GSOC, there is one which Red Hat also organizes, and then there are Girl Script Summer of Code, uh, and so these are the three which come to my mind right now, and then there are others as well. I think IIT also has this. So they have around like I think winter code. I think something related to that. I will let you know. I will let you know. Hey Knox, how's you? Okay, I think I'm missing a lot of answers on Instagram. So sorry for that. So could you please? So if any one of you has any question, could you please write that in the stickers because it actually is very much easy for me to check it. Okay. I haven't checked the YouTube videos yet. Do you have any series for learning programming, etc.? Yes, I do have a series for Python. So there are like 20 videos on my YouTube for Python, but and from basics to intermediate level, you can learn Python from that with those particular videos. And then I have a few videos on Docker as well, and then there is one video on GitHub, Git and GitHub actually, and there is a whole lot of videos on microprocessor, 8085 programming, and all the stuff, all the theory part related to that. Fine. Okay, so we are getting a lot of questions. Uh-huh. Bhai, can you tell me the best online platform to learn hacking for free? Cybrary. I always recommend Cybrary for learning hacking, but actually I don't have that much idea of this cybersecurity and hacking part. So please bear with me. I can't answer this question, but I know a resource known as Cybrary, which in my early days I actually took. I actually learned from this particular resource only. Which is better, CodeChef or HackerEarth? HackerEarth actually has. So if you're talking about competitive programming, then go with the CodeChef. HackerEarth actually has these competitions going on, so you can take part in the competition. But for the practice part, you can actually go into. You can actually use CodeChef. CodeChef as a platform. Android developer life upcoming year. Android developer, see, no, nothing is going anywhere because I can smell that you want to ask that is Android becoming obsolete or would there be a loss of jobs of Android programmers? But there is nothing as such going on right now. Yes, you would be transitioning from Java to Kotlin, and that's fairly easy. You'll require only a week or two to do that. But yeah, that's it. Fine. Okay. Okay. Important technologies for creating advanced websites. JavaScript, you need to learn JavaScript. So React or Angular or Vue, you need to learn any one of this. Not Vue actually, but React or Angular, you need to learn one of this. And the basics of Java, which is like vanilla JS. And then you need to go to front end and then the backend part as well, which is Node. So please learn JS if you want to create advanced websites, or I should say web apps. Fine. Sorry guys. Okay, so Scepter Gaming is asking difference between website designing and website development. What to choose for certification? Okay, so there's a hell lot of difference between website designing and website development. So designing, has this part known as UI UX designing actually, because when you are designing is actually creating the architecture of something, and development is actually building it. So there are architects to make a building. So they build the architect of that particular building. So that is known as UI designing. And then there are masons and builders and all of those who actually build the website. So that is actually a website building thing. You are a programmer? Yes, I'm a programmer. Well, okay, fine. Okay. I'm so sorry for this thing. So sorry for this thing. Sorry. Sorry. Fine. Fine. Okay. After BCA, I love software development. Cool. Awesome. Ukesh is saying after BCA. Okay, so what is better to do after BCA? I love software development. So the complete question is that. Okay. So after BCA, so in BCA you should have learned software development. But yes, if you haven't, then you can do a certification course, or you can even go for MCA or like anything else. Fine. Okay. So guys, please put your questions in the sticker. I'll be answering the questions which are in the sticker only. Fine. So Amar Singh is saying how to apply for internship for Android and LinkedIn. LinkedIn stepwise. How to apply for internship in Android. So using LinkedIn, what you can do is you can connect with these HRs of different companies, and then you can message these guys, and you can message and link your portfolio or CV or your website which you have on anything online, and they'll be interested if they kind of find your profile useful. That's all. Vijay is saying, innovative coder, tell me your own experience of mathematics usage in one of your ML projects. Okay, fine. So I would let you know. I would tell you this one thing which is zero shot learning. So when I was, in around like 2018, I was doing this zero shot learning thing, and it actually helped me a lot. This mathematics thing, because at that time this zero shot learning thing was fairly new, and there were no one to help me with this particular thing, and I needed to build a facial recognition using using one shot learning actually. So not zero shot but one shot learning, and the mathematics thing really helped me to develop those particular to write these functions in Python and then evaluate it. So yes, mathematics is really important when you are doing something related to machine learning. So Scepter Gaming is saying, is Python dependent on any other programming language? No, you can just go and start learning Python. You can use my videos for that. Fine. Is HTML and CSS good for future jobs? No, not at all, because you know what? I also discussed this in my innovative podcast series, the second episode with the also the so sorry the first episode with the Mekanovo, and I asked this question to Mekanovo that these softwares like Zeppelin and other things which generate these CSS. You design something and the CSS is automatically generated. So would that affect the jobs of junior developers? And I really think that yes, this affects the job of junior developers, because why would people require junior developers? So if you know only CSS and HTML, like who would hire you? Why would I hire you? Why would someone else hire you? CSE or IT? Bro, does that even matter? So I got this question in my IGTV video as well, and I want to discuss this thing because really people are a lot of people are asking this thing, CSE or IT, and I can understand because this is the time going on for admissions. So you are really confused about like CSE or IT or different kind of things. But you know what? It doesn't actually matter that much. I'm from EC, and I'm from EC really. If you guys don't know me, then I'm from EC. So it doesn't really matter. It doesn't actually matter. I suggest you Coding Bullet YouTube channel. Uh, or Coding Train. Coding Train is actually very good for people who are into JS, who are into JavaScript, because I even learned P5.js and other things related, D3.js and TF.js, which is TensorFlow.js. I actually learned these things from Coding Train YouTube channel, so you guys must follow Coding Train. And the guy behind the Coding Train is Daniel Schiffman. So like he's a genius. He's a super brilliant teacher. McKinnon is saying, after 10th, what should I do if I want to get a Google job? Cool. So you have a hell lot of time after 10th. Okay. So I'm imagining my 10th class, and I was like, you know, I didn't know anything. You are still way ahead than me because, but okay, fine. If you are, if you are self-aware this much, then you should follow your passion. And I have a video on how you can get a software development job as an engineering student, but you can accelerate the process and do that thing more in a more fast way, and just do the things I have told you to do in for first year. You can do that in your 11th class. So I think you will be understanding the reference I'm talking about. Okay, fine. Okay. So Vijay is saying, so in one-shot learning, what part of mathematics is used? Is it calculus, statistics? It was actually algebra. So I actually don't remember. It's been around an year. I actually did this one-shot learning thing, but it was algebra. I remember that, but it was algebra. So I don't actually remember like what part of the thing was used, but it was algebra, and I can't actually you know just misguide you, but I actually don't remember the thing. Fine. Is it possible? Okay, so we're just saying I'm from ECs as well, bro. EC, fine. So Dumbafair is asking कि आपकी कोई bag आई है? No, bro, I haven't got a bag, but fine. Okay. So Gupta Kailash, is it possible to do both technologies like Android development and bug bounty hunters? See, bug bounty is a thing you can do parallelly with anything out there, because bug bounty is fairly simple. I won't say fairly simple, but yes, you know what? Bug bounty is a very good thing if you acquire the skill. But there's not so much money, and people don't pay for today. Actually, people don't pay for this bug bounty thing anymore. How about learning Python backend development? So for Python backend, you have two options. One is Flask and another is Django. So for Flask is fairly simple. You can learn that in 2 days as well, or in 3 days. And for Django, you will require a month or 2 months, because and then you need to build your experience as well. So Django is a full-fledged thing, full-fledged framework. So you need to get that thing over there. How about programming there? I don't understand the question. Okay. Fine. So the charismatic enigma is asking, what is the future of Python? Python. Now most of the people are learning Python. Is it helpful? Yes, it is helpful, because you know what? Most of the people are learning Python. I believe in that. I second that thing. But the thing is, on the when there is a crowd on the supply side, then there is a crowd on the demand side as well. So companies are really taking these Python developers seriously, and Python is present, Python is future. But you know what? People are actually asking these questions like Python versus JavaScript. So I have this in my to-do list as well. But I would say this, that both the things are okay. Both the things are fine. Python is present. JavaScript is also present. You guys should know that. You guys should believe in that. Uh, and they both are future as well. Fine. Okay, so let's have another question. MTech after BCA. MTech after BCA. You can pursue, but You know what? These master degrees doesn't really matter. Yes, they do matter in India, but you know what? The main thing is your skills, which would actually matter. So learn. So concentrate more on these skills, and your job or your pay package, which will surely increase. React Native or Flutter? I would go with the React Native because I'm not actually that much experience in Flutter, but yes, I tried when it was just initially launched, and there were not so much people actually doing Flutter. At that time, I actually didn't like the Flutter thing very much, but I have heard about Flutter 2.0, which is actually good. Sorry for that. Fine. What is easier, blockchain or machine learning? Easier. Nothing is easier. Even Android or web development aren't easy. The thing is that the field which goes into which syncs with your mindset, which you actually like doing, pursue that. Ashish is saying actually your page is awesome. Thank you, buddy, for the compliment for supporting. Please check out the YouTube channel as well. So my YouTube channel is Innovative Coder. The link is in bio. You guys can check it out. Fine. Skepter Gaming is asking which is best for Android development, Java or Kotlin? Of course, Kotlin, because it's the new trend and all the apps are shifting to Kotlin only. So yes, Kotlin. Kotlin is good. Kotlin is the thing. How many stack points you have? What are actually stack points? Mr. Cavalier is saying how many stack points you have. I actually don't know about stack points. Please let me know. Fine. What is the future of iOS developer? iOS developers are the people who are actually fairly rich because you know what? When you need to when you need to push something, push your code or push your app to a large audience, go into Android development. But when you really need to monetize your thing, go into iOS development. This is the thing I heard 2 years back. So iOS developers are fairly rich. Fine. PHP scope in this time. I don't think if anyone is learning, if anyone is starting right now, he or she should go into PHP. But yes, there are old developers who are actually doing PHP and who are fairly good, and companies are there who are using PHP. But you know what? Companies do hire the people who are actually around like 10 or 11 months, or sorry, 10 or 11 years well versed into this PHP thing. Should we get commit to a company as a 6 month online web development intern or as a person who have completed first year? Sorry. Should we get commit to a company as a 6 month online web development intern as a person who have completed first year and as a person who is in learning phase? See, don't sign a contract, but yes, if they are saying that they'll that you'll be really learning over there and you like the culture of the company and you would be working under some kind of a senior developer, then please join that company because working in a company, working in a professional production environment will teach you more than what you can ever learn on your own with your own projects. JS from where to learn? You can learn JS. Okay, so I learned JS from Coding Ninjas. So they have a very good web development course. But even if you want to learn this for free, then there are courses on Udemy as well as Udacity. You guys can go for that. And for React, I would prefer a course on Udemy, which is Complete Web Developer, which has around like React, Redux, and Node.js. And that's a very good course. That's a very good course. Fine. So Amar is asking, does certification matter? Because I can't have Udacity Android 9 degree and I have only done Udemy courses. See, Udacity certifications definitely matter, and they do matter. And I have talked about this in my resources for machine learning video as well. That that Udacity and Nano degrees are the best thing you can do in this world. But again, if you don't have that much money, then you can go for courses like Coding Ninjas have, which are fairly cheap, cheaper than Udacity. Or if you have also done Udemy courses, they'll work fine because you know what? you need to develop your skill set. Certifications actually don't matter in your interview. If you are sitting, then um, I have seen this only for cybersecurity, that the CEH or OSCP thing matters, but rest in any other thing, in any other domain, I haven't seen this certifications matter a lot. Your skill sets, your projects, your previous internships, they actually matter. Fine. What about Node.js developer? What about Node.js developer? Node.js developer? Node.js developer is fine. Good. There are too many languages in web development. What's the main one? Okay, so first thing is, in web development you need to master HTML, CSS, and then the JavaScript. So JavaScript would take a lot of your time actually. And from the time thing, I remember that we have completed 30 minutes. So I am actually live for 5 more minutes. So if you have any question, you guys can ask. Fine. Okay. So we have question on YouTube, which is Deepak is saying, "Hi sir, I complete Python basic now. How to move towards Python advanced?" So Python, you have completed Python basics. You are now at intermediate level. Start with libraries. Start with any advanced field. Either it be web development and or machine learning or anything like this, and then deep dive into that. Or if you are into competitive programming, then go to Code Forces or CodeChef or HackerRank and solve the problems over there and learn more and more algorithms. Okay. Any comment on DevOps? So, you know what? In DevOps, I actually like the thing which is Docker. So Docker is my favorite topic. Actually, you know what? I from like past 2 years, I'm trying to get hold on this concept of Docker, and I think I have now gained a fairly good amount of knowledge about Docker. But you know what, in DevOps there are two things which are my personal favorite, which are actually one thing is RPA and one thing is this DevOps. Oh, sorry, Docker. So Docker is like really good technology. So fine. Does Microsoft have a criteria for 12th marks? I don't know. Sorry buddy, sorry Aditya, but I don't know about this thing. No, Scepter Gaming, I won't be live tomorrow, but yes, I would be live on next Saturday or Sunday. So please follow my Instagram page if you are not following. I generally post a story when I would be coming live. How to get a job in product-based company from tier 3 college? Fine. If you are in a tier 3 college, you are in the same situation as I am. So, and you want a job in a product-based company and a good product-based company, then just, you know what, focus on your data structures. So, because you need to apply off campus, and off campus there would be a lot of competition. And when I say a lot of competition, I mean like a hell lot of competition, because there would be people applying from IITs, there would be people applying from tier 3 colleges. So you can see the variety of people who are applying for one particular two particular jobs. So please build your data structures well if you want to apply for product-based companies. Deepak is saying pandas and matplotlib is how much important they are. Fair, they are very important. Pandas and NumPy are the basic library which every Python developer, which every machine learning developer must know, because you know what, if you are dealing with matrices, you need to know. And in machine learning, you always deal with matrices, you always deal with these tensors and data frames. So you need to have NumPy and Panda. And for Matplotlib, yes, you need to have a good command of Matplotlib. There's Cbon. Then there are other as well libraries as well, because you need to do this thing known as data visualization. If you love Docker, I'll suggest to go for Kubernetes. Yes, man. Yes, I love Kubernetes as well. And you know, the combination of TF serving with Kubernetes and stuff which happens on the backend side. Uh, so it's like completely, you know what, a very good experience all over there, because what you have is, so I was building a backend API of for a company, and they were actually using this TF serving and Kubernetes combination, and it was like a very good thing, because you know what. When you actually freeze your model using TF serving and Kubernetes, then what happens is it dynamically what it does is, how should I explain it? It actually dynamically, um, I'm not actually able to explain this thing, but um, or yeah, I should say it actually dynamically upgrades itself based on the data. It modifies itself. I'm talking about the machine learning model. Okay, fine. So we won't go into that much technical things. Script gaming, I'll ping you on Instagram. Please reply. Yeah, I always reply to all the queries on Instagram. My inbox currently shows 0 messages left. I have replied to everyone. So if you have any doubt, you guys can just yeah, fine. Okay, so we have completed 35 minutes of innovative live on this innovative live session 5. Okay, guys, I would be taking your leave for now. We'll be back on next Sunday or on next Saturday. I'll tell you guys prior to coming. I think you're Indian. Yes, I am Indian, brother. And actually, my tongue is a little bit slipping because I'm a little tired right now. So please bear with me. Can I get job in big companies with less marks but can increase skills? Yes, actually, you need to maintain a minimum criteria of marks, which is around like 7%, 7 CGP or something. Fine. Okay. Thank you, Yash. Thank you, Varma Sandhi, for joining in. Thank you, Real HK, and on YouTube as well. Thank you guys for joining in. I'll stop the live session on Instagram first. Okay, fine. So thank you everyone for joining in. I'll keep you updating. I'll keep posting the good stuff. But in return, I want your reply. Oh, sorry. In return, I want your support. So please support me on YouTube as well as on Instagram. Thank you guys. Thank you everyone. Bye bye. Fine. We have around like 758 viewers in 30 minutes. That's cool. That's nice. That's nice actually. Fine. So Mohan is asking one question: where shall I learn and practice data structures? You can practice data structures if you're a beginner. You start with HackerRank, then go to HackerRank, then go to CodeChef, then go to CodeForces. So I'm telling you the complete hierarchy. Okay, fine. Sorry for that. So this was the last question, and I would take your leave for now, and we'll be back in the next live session, which would be the innovative live 6 on next Saturday or Sunday. Bye bye, guys.